Alright folks, just wanted to record another video. This is on the same problem that I modeled in class, but I wanted to record it on here so that you had nice easy steps of exactly how to do that. So this is on page 4 of the homework due on Wednesday the 19th. The first problem is y equals, top of the page, 3 sine of 2x minus 4. So the first thing I'm going to do is let me go ahead and draw some axes here. I'm purposely doing this x-axis a little bit higher because I see this minus 4, so I know things are going to shift down. Then step 1, I'll put the steps over here, is draw the parent function. So we've got the parent function is y equals sine of x, so we'll start here at 0, 0, come up to 1, down to 0, down to negative 1, and up to 1. So here's 0, here's pi over 2, here's pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi, down. This is negative 1, this is 1, come down to negative 1, up, down. This is pi over 2, this is pi, negative 3 pi over 2, negative pi over 2, and negative 2 pi. Okay, that was the parent function. Now, let me do the step 2 over here, which I think is to probably map. So remember, the midline is whatever is over here, so y equals negative 4. Remember, it's a y equals the horizontal line. The amplitude is whatever number is in front. The absolute value, because remember, amplitude must be positive, so amplitude is 3. And the period is equal to 2 pi divided by b, 2 pi divided by 2. Period is equal to pi. The max, remember that midline plus amplitude gives you the maximum. Midline plus amplitude, so therefore the midline is negative 4, the amplitude is 3, so the max is negative 1. The minimum, midline minus amplitude, negative 4 minus 3, negative 7. Step 3, let me draw each transformation. Is that readable? Draw each transformation in a different color. So let me switch to red, and the first thing I'm going to do is this a right here, so multiply everything by 3. So this, I always start at 0, 0. This 0 times 3 is still 0. 1 times 3 is now up here at 3. 0 times 0 is 0. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. 0 times 0 is 0. Negative 1 over here times 3 is negative 3. 0 is 0. 1 goes up to 3. 0 is 0. So we come up, down, up, down, up. There we have it. So we multiply by the 3. Now, in green, I'm going to subtract 4. So start here again at 0. 0 minus 4 comes down here to negative 4. Okay, the positive 3 comes to negative 1. The 0 comes down here to negative 4. The negative 3 comes way down here to negative 7. This 0 comes to negative 4. So on this side we go up, we come down, we come back up. On the negative side, when x is negative, so over here, again, we're looking at the red graph, so this negative 3 comes down to negative 7. this 0 right here. This 0 comes to -4. This 3 comes to -1, and this 0 comes to -4. So we're going to come down, up, and down. Okay? The last one, I'll do it in blue, is this 2. And you think about what is this 2 doing? Well, that is a horizontal because it's inside the parentheses. It is a compression or stretch because there's multiplication going on. We know that this is telling us to multiply x values by 2. We know that for horizontal transformations, we do the opposite of what this tells us. So instead of multiplying x values by 2, we need to divide x values by 2. So in other words, this which used to be at pi over 2 goes over here to pi over 4. This point which used to be at pi comes over here to pi over 2. Looks like my marker is bleeding a little bit. Let me adjust this real quick. Sorry, folks. Okay, I think we're better now. So we come up, down. Now, at 3 pi over 2, right here, we now need to come to 3 pi over 4, which is about right here. And then 2 pi needs to come over here to pi. So we do this. And now we're going to do that cycle again. So we come up, down, up. And notice what has happened. Before, we used to, in the green graph, the green goes up, down, and up. It makes one revolution from 0 to 2 pi. The new blue graph makes 2 revolutions from 0 to 2 pi. Up, down, up, down, up. I would now, you don't really need to worry about this side. If you just get this side, that's good. I would just label some points here. There are certainly no zeros. Let's label this maximum as pi over 4, comma, -1. Let's label this minimum. I'm going to draw an arrow out here because it's a little bit too cramped. I'm going to label the minimum as 3 pi over 4, comma, -7. I'm going to label this maximum right here. What would this maximum be? Well, if this maximum was pi over 4, comma, -1, and I know the period is pi, that means I just add pi to see where the value is. The period is how long it takes for the cycle to repeat. So I add pi over 4 plus pi over 1. This is 5 pi over 4, comma, -1. This one down here is 7 pi over 4. Again, I just added pi, comma, -7. And of course, this one right here would be our 2 pi. Folks, and I didn't really write step 4. That's what I was doing here at the very end. Step 4 is to label the max, the min, and the zeros. In this case, we didn't have any zeros on the blue graph, so it doesn't matter. Folks, this is what the picture should look like. The steps here, the equation here, the use of colors. Take it slow. It is very gettable. Take it slow, and it is very gettable.